This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Well, as we know, school's just gone back. You know, some schools had 3 weeks off during this break, but most of them it's just 2 weeks. But we saw about, I think it was about 3 weeks ago actually, when in the paper they were talking about other schools going across the board now.
Yes, that the public schools as well would have that extra week because all the kids are knackered.
They're knackered.
Yeah.
So what it would mean is they go a few days later at the end of the year and they begin a few days. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think
they shift things around.
Just a couple of days here, a couple of days there.
Essentially take 5 days off the Christmas holidays and throw them onto this mid-year break.
Yeah.
I can see merit in that. There was some argument, some technical argument why it wouldn't work, apparently.
Some of the arguments against it were that, you know, the working mums or working parents, a lot harder to look after the kids for 3 weeks rather than just 2.
At my household, my wife is stay-at-home mum, and she would go absolutely mental if they were in the house for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
She wants no holidays. Ames, what do you? So we've got producer Ames here. You got the 2 kids. What?
Sure.
So I have a 6 and 8 year old.
Yeah. So what would it mean to you, Amy, if we went for 3 weeks, you and Alex?
100% yes.
Oh, you would love it?
Because I feel like the 7-week break at Christmas is
too long.
So in particular, for the younger age. So like my child went from pre-primary into year 1 this year.
Yep.
That 7 weeks, what they've learned.
Forgotten everything,
You're kind of starting again from scratch.
Yes.
They just learned
how to read.
And also
the habits of
and
like sitting in the classroom and that sort of stuff.
100%. I'm all for it. Like, break it up.
Yeah.
So, but
it
you're a
makes no
working
difference.
mum.
I'm full-time working mum,
Yes.
right? So it makes no difference. What's 1 week in July, June versus 1 week in December? Everyone still gets the same holidays.
Yeah.
You're not giving them extra time. You're just moving a week from end of year to mid-year.
You know, it'd be interesting too from a holiday perspective, and I know that doesn't work for everyone because of working conditions, but, you know, you try to go up to Exmouth, for example, here at the June school holidays, July school holidays, wherever things, you can't get in, right?
Oh.
You add another week to it, now it's
You
a bit
still
more
can't
spread.
get in. Everyone's going up there for 3 weeks instead of 2.
Yeah, exactly. I just think about the poor whale sharks now got another week of people diving with them.
Leave us alone.
I'm just trying to get down south, mate.
Try to get a bit of a rest.
Somebody think of the whale shark.
How you've got a 1 school age kid, Ross.
Yep,
How do you think he would go with an extra week at this time of year?
He would love it because he's not pumped about school.
Leading into the school holidays that we've just had, did you feel that he was flagging a bit?
Yeah. He's always holding out for the weekend.
That winter term is brutal too. Is that, and they, you know, and this is an argument for it, is the coughs and colds and sniffles and things that everybody's getting now. They're getting them at home. They're not as much exposed. They're not spreading it around the whole class, so there would be less of it, essentially.
Yeah.
Which I can see an argument for that.
Yeah.
So the last week that Charlotte was in school, like her classroom she said the last week there were 5-6 kids off.
Yeah. So, they've gone to Europe for their European vacay.
Yes, Nat, correct. 2 of them were on holiday. The rest were sick.
Yeah.
So if you're, like, take that into account.
They're hedging it anyway.
Teachers are spent. Come on, it's that time of year.
Oh, yeah, I think the teachers would be all for it.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine the lineup from kids in year 11 and 12 now. What are you going to do in the future? School teacher? Yes, please. Yep. I reckon universities would just be flooded, inundated.
Bring it on. All right, well, happy back to school
Have
day.
we worked that out? What are we going with across the board? Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Ross?
I don't have any kids, so I don't care.
For it.
All right.
All right, the 4s have it. Sorry, Ross.
That's right.
Didn't get your way again.
Trying to help the wife out. Don't worry about it.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Our very special guest, Joel Creasey, has joined us. And if anybody watches Netflix, it's this man.
Oh.
Joel, you've been at it again.
I clearly don't have a life now. I've done 2 days with you guys and I've brought so many Netflix recommendations to the table. But I believe you've watched this as well, Ross.
Yes.
Poop Cruise.
Of course, Ross.
He loves his poo stories, Ross.
No, I think I saw people posting about it on Facebook, and I can only watch any TV in about 20-minute blocks because the only time I can watch TV
I get it.
is when I'm on an exercise bike. Otherwise, I have duties of fatherhood and stuff like that.
hot,
So it took me 3 bike runs, but yeah, it's a story.
So just to be clear, this is a
What is it?
documentary.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like 50 minutes to an hour, a one-parter documentary. It It makes Fire Festival look like a 5-star resort. It happened in 2013 on a cruise, I think out of somewhere like Miami or something like that. Anyway, the electricity goes down on the cruise, which also affects the toilets.
Yes, right.
And it is affectionately nicknamed Poop Cruise, and every moment you think it could not get possibly worse, it does. All the decisions they make, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but about 3 days into the cruise, when no one's had a toilet and everyone's pooping over the deck, they decide to open the bar and put on an open bar for several hours. Yep. It just gets worse and worse
because
and
then
worse.
you're contending with the after grog bog, right?
That's a ripper.
Joel,
100%.
I'm going to give one detail. I'm going to ask what you guys would do in this. So this is what happened. If you're on the boat and they said, hey, guys, if you do need to use, and they said this over this PA, and number 2, we are supplying red bags to poop in.
Red bags.
Like you're a dog at the dog park.
Would you or would you
good.
not?
I've always wanted to do that because you're always chasing after the dog's poo.
So you want your dog to come and pick up after you?
Wouldn't that be good? Hey, how do you like this one?
Yeah. Bit of your own medicine.
Needs must. If it gets to that desperation, you've just got to do what you got to do.
Do what you gotta
But I don't understand why, as soon as the electrical stuff failed,
Got backed up. I don't know why. Got backed up.
it's
the
not
toilets
working.
the toilets are electric.
But why didn't they go back to port? What are
Because
they doing?
the cruise couldn't. Everything went down. It was just floating
couldn't
at
move.
sea.
Yeah.
So it's
and then
just
things
drifting.
and then things start floating by your ankles because then when the tugboats arrive,
Yes.
they sort of start to tilt the ship and everything starts
tugboat's
to
not
go
what
in
you
a
think it
certain
is, Sean.
direction.
Beyond. It's like, is that an
It's
extra?
not a massage joint, Sean.
Hey, Joel, I haven't told you this story, but the others have heard it once about, when you're desperate to have a poo, because sometimes things don't come about.
I get it. Yeah.
I was over in Rottnest, and my wife, she doesn't like me using it. She wouldn't let me use toilets. Should I not tell this story?
No,
what are you
definitely.
like?
You have to tell
I
the
thought you were going to
story.
tad the story about when you peed your pants on the Stirling Bridge,
one.
but no, there's something else.
Oh,
I remember.
gosh, you have form.
Keep going, Sean. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, so I was driving, and the missus wouldn't let me use the toilet. I'm like, mate, I just got to use the toilet. Just got to in there. You're not going to the toilet. It's disgusting.
Wow.
And wait till we get home. Well, I was in all sorts of trouble at this stage. So when we got back, and I sprinted on the pushy, up a couple of hills,
I know, and
off
it
we
gets
go.
the closer you get, the more desperate you need.
So desperate, and get home, and one of the boys didn't come with us on the trip. And the deal was, when we stayed in Rotto, and this probably goes for everyone, whoever's last out with the key puts it underneath the barbecue top.
Yes, everybody knows.
I reckon you can break it in anyone's house,
Yes,
Rotto.
that's
Yeah,
what
great.
it is, yeah.
When's your next Rottnest trip, by the way?
So I get there and I rip off the barbecue, thinking this bloody key's not there. So then I'm looking under the mat and all the rest of it. I cannot get into this house.
And you're crossing your legs at this point, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. It was full on.
Clenching. And he's
full
got
on.
very powerful buttocks, does a lot of
Oh, I
squats.
can imagine.
I do.
Yeah.
So
Sean?
I peered around the street and then I held on to the tree in the front yard.
Oh, we're going there. Are we going there?
And I had to.
Where,
I get it.
So
In the front yard.
Yeah. Onto sand or shells or
A little bit of sand.
and did
little
you
bit of brick.
Did you bury it after with your
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Did you bury it?
Of course I
A little bit of brick. You're bricking it.
Bricking it on the bricks.
So
it was a
you
bad
buried,
moment.
you didn't dispose of.
No, I actually had to pick it up.
I think that's worse.
Had to. You couldn't. Because, mate, have you tried to dig into the sand at Rottnest?
No.
Yeah, you don't.
No, actually, no.
No. I'll just have a cocktail and look out the sand and go,
exactly,
that looks
that's
nice,
right.
but looks itchy.
On that note, thanks everyone.
Wow.
Not a
Get your
highlight.
own quokka.
Poo Cruise, check it out.
Yeah, check out Poo Cruise.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.